Today we're going to talk about solving proportions. So I've got 4 different problems up here on proportions. And they progress from easier to a little harder as we go. All proportions though, you're gonna solve basically the same way by cross multiplying. So if you will work from top left to bottom right, 6 times 8 is 48. And set it equal to the other side. X times 3. And now we're back into our equations where we just solve this one-step equation. Divide both sides by 3. And that's going to give us 1x on that side. Divide 48 by 3. And you're going to get 16 equals x. Now I do want to talk about this first one a little differently because we can solve that much quicker just by thinking our way through it. Okay, notice we've got a 6 and a 3. And we've got an unknown number here. So always work towards the unknown side. To go from 3 to 6, you multiply by 2. So to go from 8 to the unknown, you have to do the same thing. You have to multiply by 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 8 times 2 is 16. So we got to the same answer, but we just did it through thinking in that one. Okay, when we get to number 2, we can't really think our way through this one because the numbers don't come out as clean. So we're going to cross multiply. 8x times 3 is going to be 24x is equal to 8 times 8, which is 64. Then you're going to divide both sides by 24. It's going to leave us with 1x on that side. And now we need to simplify 64 over 24. So I'm going to do it through, well, we can actually do it through 8s. Because I can divide both of them by 8. I can divide 64 by 8 and get 8. And I can divide 24 by 8 and get 3. So our answer for the value of x is 8 over 3, or 8/3. All right, for our third, notice in our denominator here, we've got a binomial now. But we're still going to do the exact same process. Cross multiply. And we're going to get 36 equals. Now, when we multiply these two, we've got to multiply x by 9 and -1 by 9. So 9 times x is 9x. And 9 times -1 is -9. And on this one, now we have to solve a 2-step equation. So we're going to try to get the 9x by itself. So we've got to get rid of -9. To get rid of -9, we need to get it to 0 or nothing. So I'm going to add 9 to it. And that's going to get that to 0. But if I add 9 to the right, I've got to add it to the left. And now I'm left with 36 plus 9 is equal to 9 times x. Now, once again, as we've talked about before, you can divide both sides by 9, but I'm pretty sure everybody in this class is smart enough to tell me 9 times 5 is 45. So 5 is the value of x, or the unknown number we're looking for. All right, number 4, same thing, cross multiply. 5 times x, 5 times 5, set it equal to 8 times x, and 8 times -9. All right, from here you can move all variables to the left or all variables to the right. It doesn't really matter. So we'll move them all to the left of this one. So get rid of the positive 8x, get it to 0 by subtracting, and do it to the other side also. mark through that X so we know it's not there too. 5 minus 8 is -3. I still have 25 and equals -72. All right, subtract 25 from both sides, or in other words, get this 25 down to 0. So those disappear, and we're left with -3x equals -97. All right, now divide both sides by -3, and we're left with x is 97 divided by